right, hope you're having a great day. All right, this is put this guy together. I painted a temporarily alternate color. I've got the semi-correct paint coming. It actually would come later on today, but the paint I had on here now is a paint and primer. So I only had a little bit left. It was just enough to spray this thing. I used it for a 1950s stove I had, and there was a little bit left, and I decided, you know what, it's a good opportunity. This will be the base coat for the next paint, and let that dry for like 2 weeks. It'll also, if there's any fish eyes or anything like that, it'll expose it. These right here, when I actually epoxied this thing, I applied a little bit of, with the aquarium, take a little pressure to force the epoxy out for additional sealing. So there'd be a little bit on the outside, and then I tilted it on its side so that we would get more. So that's why you see that. That's not like a bubble or nothing, it's just epoxy. And I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'd rather have that and know it's solid. The whole inside is coated and it doesn't smell like rotten gas anymore. It really sealed it up nice. It was just, the inside of this thing was rusted, pitted. It wasn't corroded away or anything, but it was getting close to a point where it needed to be protected. So, plus there were some pinholes, like another one of my camp light lanterns was very similar. So anyway, let it dry. It's baked in the sun. Today it's been hot, so we're gonna go ahead and burn in these mantles. Already pumped it up, and it didn't have this. It had just like a nut on there, just a plain nut. So I found one that was pretty much aged appropriately, and it's a relatively good match for an AGM. So it should be very similar, probably close, not too far off. Anyway, it looks the part, so we're gonna go with it. I was out of one of my, when I bought a lot of parts off eBay, you know, I like to have spare parts. Whenever I see a good one I can win it cheap, I buy it. All right, so let's remove the bail. I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me. I'm trying to do it carefully. I had to bend it inward to get a nice springiness to it. And I had to borrow a globe because the globe that came with it broke. It was in shipping. It broke in shipping. So I borrowed one. And I got 2 globes coming. One is a replacement for this, and the other one's actually on a, it's I don't know what the model number is, but it's that one Eric has also just recently got a, it's a Coleman that uses those, these canisters right here, and I happen to have one of these. I was actually going to send this one away. I think I got to hold on to it because I got that lantern. I wasn't trying to buy that lantern. I mean, I did actually. I put some bids on it, but they didn't accept my bids. But when they broke the globe, they were the seller of that other one, so they gave me a good deal on it to make up for the globe. So I ended up with it, so, which means I have to keep this thing. But I bought a second one, and I figured a way to refill these, because this one right here, I can't remember the whole thing weighed, I think it weighed 3.75 ounces, 3.6 ounces, something like that. It weighed, maybe it was weighing 3.4 ounces, somewhere like that. Anyway, I weighed it, and then I added, you know, my little concoction to fill it up, and I was actually brought it up about a ½ an ounce. I just did it for a little bit. I had a little problem to reseal it, but it did pop and reseal on me. So I know that works. So when I get that empty can on eBay, we're going to lubricate this a little bit, let it sit to kind of soften up a little bit, and then we will try to fill it. We'll see what happens. If not, I'll end up getting that adapter. All right, so there we go. Sorry about that. See if we can get this thing to light. I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to shut down the AC. All right, so let's go ahead and burn in these mantles. This thing's fully assembled. like I say, this paint is it's a little bit left from another project. I used it. It's a paint with primer together. I used it as a base coat. It'll look really nice when I spray the paint I did get. That's still in the mail, but when it shows up, it will be a good one. But we'll let this dry for probably a week or two. We want to really just let it dry good before we apply the other paint to it. In the meantime, it allows me an opportunity to assemble it and try it out. The epoxy, it had one full day of cure and baked in the sun. I think it's sufficient enough. After I put a little bit of gas in it, after done, we'll dump out what we got. It should be fine. I've done it before. It has enough cross-linking. It's got the, it's sealed good. Oh, there we go. Warm up the generator a little bit. I'm gonna bring you right back. I'm gonna troubleshoot a little bit. I'll tell you what the deal was here. All right, it was no big deal. I just needed to open this up all the way. That's all it was. No big deal. But yeah, there it is. It's burning. Breaker works good. All right, well. There she is. All right, God bless y'all. Even this color, tell me what you think of this color. I like this color. Maybe I won't even paint it. Maybe I'll just put a clear coat on it and call it a day. We'll see. All right, well, it's doing really good. I'll tell you, this thing was evil. This was a demon. I was about to name it a demon. It, well, let's see. I got a cut right here. Hacks on because the set screw for the tube right there, the metal tube that you adjust up and down. I heated it with a torch. I did everything. Could not break it loose. It broke off. I had to drill it out and use a tap on it and put a new screw in. So that was some work. Like I say, the tank had pinholes. It was full of varnish and nasty stuff. It was rotten gas to the core. Just really nasty. When this thing showed up, the globe was broken. I borrowed this globe. Everything was dirty. Everything was stinky. My daughter helped out on this one this time. She was the one who replaced the gasket. I burned out the old gasket, but then she scraped it out and she put the new gasket in, and then I sprayed these pieces, and then we did the reassembly on it. So this is the first lantern that she's actually helped me out on. We will train her as a future lantern technical specialist. Maybe my son will join in. We'll see. We gotta be safe with these things here. Anyway, yeah, not bad. All right, well, we're going to go and we're going to do a little bit of cooking here and brew some coffee. And so yeah, this episode or the next one. I don't like to make these videos too long. We'll see how it goes. All right, God bless y'all, and thank you for stopping by and watching my videos. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's comments. You know, as long as they're kind comments, let's refrain from, you know, anything that, you know, like I say, we're here just to have a good time and, you know, be a family. We're not here to leave snobby or nasty comments or anything. I get very few of those, but occasionally I get one. But the rest of y'all, I'm grateful for, and I appreciate y'all, our lantern enthusiasts. You know how hard it is to to work on these things and restore them. They are simple technology, like what Eric says. That's absolutely true. But like I say, you're dealing with nasty, stinky gas. You're dealing with things that are rusted for 50 years. Fragile things. These things are fragile to death. There's a ton of stuff. And you all go through the same things that I do. And some of you have just started. Some of you have been working on these things for years, you know. Anyway, God bless. And we'll talk to you later. Take care.